The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. In the backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Carr going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. They are in a zone. Remember, folks, 4 interceptions for this defense a week ago. First drive, make it number 5.
And the focal point will be the people who pick the ball out of the air. But let's not forget, to make that happen, it has to be an excellent pass rush, terrific coverage where they are plastered to the receivers, and then, of course, taking it away, making the catch, and going in the other direction.
Leopard! Leopard! Hey. You got three. Three down.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit.
On 2nd down, Rosen. He's going to air one out. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, start off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. He completes it to Jordy Nelson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 36. On 1st, here's Washington. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Carr throwing on second down. Broken tackle there for Nelson. Throw left side complete. That's Nelson. First down Raiders. The former Packer Jordy Nelson on the receiving end from Carr. Carr on the give. It's Washington. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Express!
On the carry, here's Marshawn Lynch. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They go play action here on first down. Forced out to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Down! You waiting? You're mine.
Now they'll throw with Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jared Cook, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern in the middle of the end zone.
And ordinarily, that's a tough spot to find because there's usually coverage to take away that portion of the field. But they found a gap, and they exploited it.
To Vecchio now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Ellis in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
4 down, 4 down. Detroit! Detroit!
On third down, Rosen. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 35-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle made there by Josh Bynes. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On second down, here's Carr. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Snap comes at 1, and it's Carr. And he finds Cook. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Carr gives it off to Washington. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Washington. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Carr going to try and throw on third down. But it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. A handoff for Washington. And he'll take it down to the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Right back to Washington. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Into the red zone. It's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cook. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They pitch to Washington, and he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
6-18.
Now Carr. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. And that'll set them back 5. That false start costly. Moves them back to the 9 now, 1st and goal. Here's Carr to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They get it to him running left. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Rosen on 1st and 10. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Play action here with Rosen. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 47. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Rosen. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Justin Ellis in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Here we go on 4th down with Rosen. And he finds his man. That's Butler. And he'll be down deep into Oakland territory. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, here's Rosen on 1st down. That is caught at the 7. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And now running right through it. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Screenplay, Johnson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Third and goal, Rosen. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Dawson's kick is good. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. To Vecchio now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Now Rosen looking to throw. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
Brandon, we're into the 2nd half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
The Cardinals on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. 3rd and long here for Rosen. And he's got Gresham. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Obi Melifonwu with the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here's Rosen to throw. Ellington has it, middle of the field. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They go back to the ground for Johnson. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
And Johnson on an island by himself in the backfield. Second and goal. They'll run it with Johnson. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Dawson tacks on the point after, and it's now 17-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. On the draw, Carr leads to Washington. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. 6:37. Carr to throw on second down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. From midfield, here's Carr being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They'll go for it. It's Carr. This is caught at the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Martavis Bryant, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Tavecchio now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right, where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Rosen off the play action. Eluding the pressure right. Wide open receiver complete. 23 yards on the play.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Leopard! Leopard!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll throw it with Rosen. Escaping the pressure right. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Hey. 4 down.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now it's Rosen, and that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Bruce Ellington, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the lead here in the 4th. Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that gives him a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Jamar Taylor will be credited with a tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
White Monday down.
On the give, this is Washington. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider 1st.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now on 1st down, it's Washington again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 694. 694.
Now they'll throw with Carr. Dancing to his left. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense, but when you add to it, you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter. Got to feel pretty good as a defense.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And this is caught. Cooper. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Carr now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Staying on the ground in Washington. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He can run, hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And will they call it a touchback? No, it's out at the 1-yard line. They were inches there from blowing a golden scoring opportunity. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the 1st down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. Back to throw. Eluding the pressure into the end zone. Oakland Raiders touchdown.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw. Deep down. And got his man complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Former Buckeye first-rounder Garyon Conley there to knock that away. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a desperate... Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he is all the way up past the 25.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Here we go.
Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League